Where is it? I'm going to chase the squirrel. Have you noticed that's what's like online nowadays? Hey guys, I'm Tim Gillette with the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. Here today to talk to you about squirrels online. Like I'm flipping the camera that goes, squirrel. And we all get like all this nervousness and going, why? What should I be doing? Wait, what? Who, where? Where should I be? Wait. There's something over here. I should go over here now. Things change that quick. It seems that we are getting to a point online that now we are getting so distracted by things, trying to get caught up with what's going on and what's happening, that the work's not getting done anymore. We're missing our meetings. Maybe not brushing our teeth. On occasion, we don't do the hair. Before you know it, all right, these things can be just as much a distraction as having another drink. You know, I was always wondering when I first started this and what I was going to do to actually keep myself on schedule. And so often I get finding new tools come out or new toys come out or a new platform. Like, I mean, when StreamYard came out, oh my God, I got overjoyed and I tried to do 100 interviews in 30 days. We do all these things, but we never stop and look and go, okay, where are we going to fit this into our purpose? This is one of the reasons why we talk to people at Simple Easy Marketing. We talk about the idea of putting a plan together before you go finding the tools to implement the plan. All right. Too often, I think these people, we go out there, we find tools, we find toys, we find gadgets, we find conversations that we want to get in, and they don't serve the purpose of the business we started, which is to serve people in a certain way. You know, if your whole business is built around being, you know what I mean, a plumber, it's kind of hard to relate dog and cat conversations back to being a plumber. Although you probably could if you were good. But if you're actually doing things online where you're always talking about, and I've noticed this, when you go into something like right now, there's new platforms that are just hot and going and everybody's going over there. And I notice when you go to these new platforms, I've noticed and watched over the past 5 years, immediately in the people I'm around and the people I'm connected to, when we get into the new platform, the conversation always goes how to make $1 million on whatever, blah, blah, blah it is. How to make $1 million on StreamYard, how to make $1 million in podcasting, how to make $1 million on Clubhouse, how to make $1 million on Facebook. And it's like they jump from platform to platform. But you know, I've watched in 2019 and 2020, it became more obvious than ever. And I said this in 2020, that we needed to start watching because the false prophets were going to show up. And I've seen a lot of them over the past 10 years. Now, I'd never stop and claim I can help you online make $1 million, ever. I can't. Now, I may help some of you make $1 million. I may help some of you make $1 billion, but I don't make that as my claim to fame. When I come out and I say I'm going to help you, it means I'm going to help you. Number one, I'm going to help you actually set your system up so that your clients and customers can find you, get to know you, and buy from you faster. That's it. I'm going to help you do things online to shorten the process to getting people from, hey, hi, how you doing? To, hey, I want to buy from you. That's my whole purpose online. Now, when I see people going into these new platforms, all right, they're going to the platforms and they're checking things out, or they're going with new toys or a new conversation or a new Facebook group. It could be anything, a new LinkedIn group. And oh my gosh, this platform now gives live streaming. And they quick change everything, go over there. But then it never fits the business's main purpose. And that is getting people into becoming clients. These are marketing tools, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not using them to market and you're just using them to hang out, well then, great. Use them to hang out. But I've watched so many people when they start a new business, they say, I'm going to be in business for myself, and they come home and they go online. These tools and these things online can become distracting. Distractions will hurt you. How do you do it? How do you get around it? What do you do to do it? Number one, here's what you do. Number one, you get the business plan together, knowing what you're going to do, who your client is, how you're going to help them. Number two, actually go out and find out where they are. You know, there's great things you can do in SEO to get them to, if they're Google searching you. All right. You can find out what platforms they might frequent. You can find out if they have a common interest in mind, like I mentioned, pets. Does your clients, are they, you know what I mean? Maybe they all watch dogs. Maybe they all have dogs. Maybe your clients are into wearing cowboy boots and cowboy hats. So those are places that you go hang out because you know that those are there's significance to being in that club that's actually going to make things come back to you and help you get them as a client. Are they in Facebook groups? Do they live stream? Do they talk on the phone? Do they use smartphones? If they use smartphones, can you create an app to get to them? The bottom line is, the second thing is in the process is you've got to have a process and know where they are at in order to go there, to try to get them from there to come over and check you out in a way to go, hey, is this guy worth interested in? Should I check this guy out? And number 3, you've got to have a process once you get them over there. If you don't have a process, once you get them over to your system, get them off of social media, out of the Facebook club, out of the group, off the puppy group, wherever it is, you've got to get them to come over and check you out in other areas. If you don't have a system when you're over there to get them to check you out, get them to get to know you on that situation and know that you actually have a solution, then you're not going to do it. And lastly, you need to have a call to action. You need to have a call to action after you've gotten them. All right. After you've, number 1, had the business plan, knowing who you're after, knowing who you're after, then you have a way to get them over to where they can actually get to know you better and more. Then you can give them more information there so they can learn more about you at that spot. Then you have a place or a product or service that you can sell them. That's the way you're going to have to make it work and not get distracted online. I don't get distracted that often online. I get distracted by stupid things like games. It's one of the reasons why my iPad has been going with me less and less, because I play games only on iPad. I don't play games on my computer anymore. And if I do play games on my computer, I don't do them until at nighttime. I removed the distractions. If you have a distraction that's out there doing it today, maybe you might want to look into programs or services or things that you can do. Talk to your coach, talk to your mentor, all right, and say, hey, man, maybe this is becoming a distraction. How can we set a plan of action so that I can still use this tool, but use it effectively to actually really get in to getting people to my business and then getting the systems in place to make the sales? Does that make sense? I hope it does. So anyway, I'm Tim Gillette. This is the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. And, today's subject is not one of the fancy ones. It's probably a little bit boring for many of you. And some of you probably didn't stay around this long because you felt guilty because you've been distracted online. You've got to stop being distracted online. You've got to actually start doing things that gets people buying from you. So let's switch over here, actually get over here and say hi to some of the people who've actually joined in with us today. So David Fagan, how you doing, my friend? You know what I mean? I was out of internet and I wanted to actually I actually messaged your wife there, and I wanted to come to your summit this week, and just as attendee, but I had no internet. Oh my gosh. That's a whole nother story. I'll talk to you and Isabel about later. But David Fagan, want to talk to you about you speaking at our February event. Give us a ring, or have Isabel ring us up. Guys, say hi to David Fagan. To any of you who are out there, all right, this here is, I hope it's some useful information for you. If it is, subscribe to us, all right? Wherever you get your podcasts, go ahead and subscribe. Get to the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. Follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/Tim Gillette. And lastly, come check out our events, simpleeasyevents.com. I'm Tim Gillette with the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. I'll be back tomorrow with another little tidbit for you.